Hello everyone, intuitive and astrologer Lisa Salvatore here, back to talk to you about the second half of October with an emphasis on the Libra new moon that we have taking place on October 21st. Breathe. We are at the halfway point of October. We are post-eclipse integration of these energies. The dust is still settling and the door to Scorpio season is about to crack open. The second half of October and the Libra new moon is all about depth over drama. Think surgical honesty, soulful boundaries, and aligned action. So let's decode the current energies, where to lean in, where to lay low, and how to transform what has surfaced into momentum. So lights down, intuition up, and let's begin. As we move towards the middle of the month, October 13th, Venus, the ruler of Libra, enters the sign of Libra. Venus will stay in Libra until November 6th. Here, Venus is comfy, she's cozy, she's comfortable. She's all about the love, she's all about harmony. Relationships, relationship dynamics are under scrutiny, they're at the forefront. Venus in Libra is charming. This is the ideal time to nurture and work on your relationships, and especially the most important relationship, which is the one with self. If you're in the market for it, this is a great time to attract a new romantic partner. It's a great time to embrace love and romance in any form or fashion. It's a great time for the arts, the creative arts, etc. It's a nice energy to have Venus in her home sign of Libra. Right as Venus enters Libra, though, we must note that she comes right up into an opposition with the planet Neptune, the planet of illusion, delusion, deceit, potentially, but also idealism, romance, dreaminess, fantasy. As Venus also rules over finances, around the 13th, 14th, it's probably not the most ideal time to do anything too involved with finances because that Venus-Neptune opposition can definitely be a little bit foggy. Once Venus moves into the second and third degree of Libra, we're good. Just stay alert and trust your instincts. Another big piece of the second half of the astrology and the energies for October is that Pluto, the lord of the underworld, Pluto stations direct on October 13th, 10:52 p.m. Eastern Time at 1 degree and 22 minutes of Aquarius. And I noticed after I started filming that my lights here in the background, they're actually flickering, which I feel like is perfect for Pluto, for that Plutonian vibe. So I left it because it looks kind of cool and Halloween-y, the lord of the underworld, Pluto. But I digress. Pluto stationing direct as we transition into the colder months here in the northern hemisphere, the warmer months in the southern hemisphere. As we transition into the next season, we carry with us all of the energies from the previous seasons and all of the work that we've been doing on self, all of the clearing, all of the cleansing, all of the recalibration in our relationships. Now that Pluto is stationing, it is definitely inspiring us to just truly reflect on what it is like to feel a sense of community. It's the perfect time to move yourself into groups that reflect and align with who you are today. Coming together for common causes, know thy neighbor, maybe even volunteering, things of that nature. And Pluto stationing direct also helps to clear our vision about something that we've been holding on to that has felt profoundly personal, deep, transformative. It could be your own relationship with grief, with intimacy, things that you've discovered about yourself, uncovered about yourself. Now it's time to move forward with a sense of freedom, knowing that you have done the work. You've pulled back another layer of that onion. So it's about letting go of what doesn't serve and creating the space for what does. When we get to October 21st, we've got this new moon in Libra. And I like this new moon in Libra. It's a great new moon to set intentions. So absolutely check your chart for where 28 degrees of Libra falls and set an intention in that area of your life, of your chart. You can always look at your birth chart for free right on my website. The link is in the description box below. And I also have a free downloadable guide through the houses, which is also linked in the description box below to help you. And this new moon takes place at 8:25 a.m. Eastern Time. Everyone will feel and experience the energies of this new moon, but it will definitely be the most palpable, the most potent for our air signs, which are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and especially if you have any of your points and or placements from 26 to 29 degrees of any of those signs, especially Libra, Also Aries, because Aries is the opposite sign of Libra. But again, everybody can benefit from setting intentions around this new moon. Libra is the sign that's ruled by Venus. Venus is now in the sign of Libra at the time of this new moon. So she's very happy here, very cozy. This lends a sense of harmony to our relationships. It could lend a sense, an extra dose of magic, of balance, of reciprocity, of love overall. I'll go ahead and pull up the chart in a moment. This new moon falls at 28 degrees of Libra. That puts this new moon in the third decan of Libra, which is the final third of degrees of Libra. And this gives this new moon a mercurial flare. Mercury, the planet Mercury, governs over this decan of Libra. So it's centered around harmony, relationships, and most importantly, communication. There's a big feeling of transition here, as in some ways we step into the unknown, but it also feels very exciting. Our intuition is guiding us. We are more clear about the directions and the paths that are not working for us, and we're becoming much more aware of those which are and those which will. We're being directed, we're being divinely guided. Just have to open up and listen and trust. And this new moon is the perfect time for that. The tarot card associated with this decan of Libra and this new moon is the Four of Swords. This is the Lord of rest from strife. This is a time to recuperate, to recover, to recalibrate, all Libra words. It's a time for some mental relaxation and recuperation after a time of hard work and analysis. It's all about reflection and planning for the future. And there's a very strong reminder here around this new moon to allow yourself to rest. Take a break. Stay comforted in the knowledge of how far you've come, how much you've grown. Cherish those relationships that keep you in alignment with who you truly are. And don't be afraid to let go of the ones or take a break from the ones that do not support who you are today. It's okay to take time. It's okay to pull back. It's okay to reassess. That's where everyone is in one way or another, in one relationship or another. Big theme around this new moon and the remainder of the year about karma being sorted. Karma is universal law. What goes around comes around. We reap what we sow. The tarot card that Libra rules over is justice. What is fair, what is right, and what is just is what will be, like it or not. Now let's take a look at the chart for this new moon, and then we'll quickly go over where it will fall for you by your rising sign. Greetings, this is Lisa recording live from the future. No, really, I actually forgot to add something that I wanted to share real quick. I always give suggestions for gemstones, for metaphysical jewelry, for the energies, and for this new moon, for Libra season in general, and all of October, I recommend hematite for grounding. But I was also asked by Otter Spirit to create their October bracelet pack, which I am so honored and excited to have done. Unfortunately, something happened with shipping and I haven't received my pack yet. I should be getting it this week, but I just wanted to show you because it is live on the website. This is the bracelet pack that I have designed with intention and with care. It's for grounding and stability, protection, and heart healing. 3 of my favorite stones: bronzite, unakite, and tree agate. You can grab these by using my customized URL link, which is linked in the description box below or right here. And you can also shop all of their other authentic gemstones. Feel free to use my customized link or the discount code Lisa Salvatore 20 at checkout. I hope you love them as much as I do. This bracelet pack is also available in the mini size, and you can grab these all the way through October 31st. Here we see the new moon at 28 degrees and 21 minutes of Libra. This is how we have a new moon, when the sun and the moon align or conjunct one another in the sky. The ruler of Libra is Venus, and here's Venus now at 9 degrees of Libra, cruising along in her preferred space. She's not really making any aspects around this new moon, but that's okay. We love the fact that she's in Libra. That's good enough. The ruler of this new moon is in the sign of her rulership. There's definitely a heat under the surface here under this new moon. There's an intensity that's present. Pluto, now direct, is here at 1 degree of Aquarius and is in a square to this new moon. Even though the new moon's in Libra and Pluto's in Aquarius, it's an out of sign square, but it's a square. Tension, friction, heat. This could pull up some eruptive power dynamics, especially in relationships. A lot coming up from the trenches, deep and powerful conversations that need to be had. Mercury and Mars are exactly aligned at 20 degrees of Scorpio, really driving up the heat, wanting us to probe, wanting us to get to the bottom. This can be fabulous for deep, transformative, profound intimacy. I keep using the word profound because that is such a strong word for the remainder of October. There's a lot coming up to the surface. A lot of it's very powerful and positive too. And that which doesn't serve is what we're letting go of. Even though it's a new moon and we're setting intentions, we're also letting go of what doesn't serve. We're recalibrating, we're restoring harmony. Libra style. So we've got the new moon in a square to Pluto. So we just watch out for that. A little bit of tension, a little bit of friction, a little bit of heat. Mercury and Mars aligned in Scorpio. Just be conscious and mindful of your words. They hold power. They can be weapons, but they can also be the healing balm. So use them wisely. Speaking of Mercury and Mars here, we've got a grand water trine, which is fabulous for intuition, divination, connection with spirit, connection with self. Mercury and Mars in Scorpio, 20 degrees of Scorpio, in a trine to Jupiter over here at 24 degrees of Cancer. And then Jupiter in a trine to Saturn trining right back to Mars and Mercury. This is fabulous for intuition and focus, for blending and fusing these energies. So dreaming and imagining and then concretizing, making a plan. Even if it cannot be executed just yet, it will be eventually. We see what's possible. Sensitivity and compassion are also very activated at this time. So don't be surprised if you're moved to tears more than once around this new moon and for the remainder of October. This is great for creative work. This is great for channeled writing, music, etc. We do have another tension point here that we have to be mindful of. We've got Chiron in an exact square with Jupiter. Jupiter here at 24 degrees of Cancer, Chiron at 24 of Aries. And Eris, the goddess of discord, is right here at 25 degrees. So she's pulled into this mix as well. And this Chiron-Eris alignment is opposing this new moon. We can see this play out in a lot of different ways, or we may not really see it play out, on the stage, for example, but we could. We could see this coming through in the way of protesting all across the world, not just here in the United States. Rights, wanting to be heard. Everybody has their voice. That's what Eris represents. Personally speaking, Chiron in Aries opposing this new moon, squaring Jupiter, which pulls in this T-square configuration, tension, friction, heat, dynamic. It's something that we have to work through, something that we have to contend with, or it could even be something that makes us feel a little bit blocked. But because we're dealing with Chiron and Aries, it's about our individual needs, especially in relationships. Are our needs being met? And if they're not, we can feel something can come up that feels very inflamed around this new moon as it pertains to relationships. But we have to remember to bring it back to self, check in with self, and see where this stems from. Because what hurts is also medicinal. That's a strong reminder of Chiron and Aries, of Chiron in general. Jupiter here squaring Chiron and also squaring this new moon will definitely heighten and expose and inflame and make things bigger. So whatever's occurring under this new moon could feel larger than life, for better or worse. So just be mindful of that. Also be mindful of not overdoing it. So it's more like lay low and be slow kind of energy, because there is a little bit of tension here. But this tension is also fuel to get things done. It's fuel for motivation and fuel for power, but we must use it wisely. And of course, we still have this very active mini grand trine here going on. Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus, which is really great for intuition. It's really great for our dreams. It's really great for understanding and trusting the natural accordance of the universe. When you pay attention at a deeper level, you recognize that we are always where we need to be, even when it's not where we want to be. There's always a deeper purpose. We just have to trust. Not the easiest thing to do. There should also be quite a bit of clarity coming up around this new moon for you, especially by way in which where Libra falls in your birth chart, specifically that 28th degree of Libra. Now let's quickly go through where this new moon will fall for you by your rising sign. Aries rising, this new moon falls in your 7th house of relationships, contracts, agreements. These are relationships and contracts of all kinds: marriage, friendship, business, platonic, etc. This is the area that you'd want to set intentions, and this is also where the area is where you're likely going to feel focused. And this new moon in general is pulling the focus onto relationships. So that will be even more magnetized for you, Aries. Taurus rising, this new moon will fall in your 6th house of your daily habits, routines, your physical health, your mental health. What you're doing on the day-to-day that supports you or that does not support you. This new moon is all about setting intentions in these areas of your life and also checking in with self and asking, am I serving for my highest good? Am I serving for the highest good? Gemini rising, this new moon falls in your 5th house of fun and creative pursuits, hobbies, children if you have them, your own inner child's healing. This is a fabulous new moon for getting down to the nitty-gritty and getting creative, launching a project. This is also great for fun and romance. Cancer rising, this new moon falls in your 4th house of home and family life and foundation, your emotional health and well-being. What is home for you? These are questions that are going to likely be coming up for you around this new moon. And Cancer, you are the natural ruler of that 4th house. So you could feel a tiny bit stressed around this new moon, but but it's all going to lead you to exactly where you want to be. Leo rising, this new moon falls in your third house of communication and expression. How are you using your voice? How are you putting your energy out into the world? What is the quality of your relationships like with your cousins, with your friends, with your siblings, your community, the people that you're with on the day-to-day, colleagues, etc.? How do you communicate? How do you network? This new moon is fabulous for setting intentions in these areas. Virgo rising, this new moon will hit your second house of values and self-worth, your finances, the way you connect to all of these things. This is also about the way you honor and love yourself, the way that you value yourself. Libra rising, this is your new moon. It's in your first house. Set your sights high and set your intentions for how you'd like the next year of your life to look like. This is all about you, your expression, your image. You may want to change your look, change your life. This is a powerful new moon for you. You're the star of the show. And Venus, your star, is literally in your sign. Even better. Scorpio rising, this new moon falls in your 12th house of behind the scenes, the unconscious. What doesn't necessarily see the light of day, but what needs to see the light of day? Something to ponder under this new moon. Sagittarius rising, this new moon falls in your 11th house of friendships and communities and networks. It's also what we set our hopes on. This is our aspirations, all that we wish for, what we're willing to put the work toward. Capricorn rising, this new moon hits your 10th house of career and public image, your place out in the world, what you're known for, what you'd like to be known for, your legacy, your career or vocation if you have one. It's also your personal and your professional life and the balance between the two. How do we harmonize? This is the time to set your sights higher for that promotion, a new job, a new position at a company or in your own life. You are the CEO of your life. Aquarius rising, this new moon falls in your 9th house. Travel, study, higher learning, expansion. The world is your oyster. Dream big. Shoot for the stars. Now is the time to take yourself further. Don't hold back. Pisces rising, this new moon falls in your 8th house. This is all about intimacy. This is about finances. This is about our relationship with these areas. This is our own inner psychology, our own inner workings. This is where we do some deep soul work and where we recognize how much we've done. This one feels very personal and very profound for you. And real quick, moving on from this new moon, on the same day, on the 21st, Mercury enters its pre-retrograde shadow zone, meaning Mercury will station retrograde on November 9th, but Mercury enters its shadow zone around 7 a.m. Eastern Time at 20 degrees and 42 minutes of Scorpio. This means that Mercury will later station direct on November 29th at this exact degree. So you're definitely going to want to check your chart to where 20 degrees of Scorpio falls so that you can pay attention to what is going on right now in the Mercury areas of life. Communication, travel, the way you're thinking and feeling, your mind, how everything's going, because this could just give you a flavor of how this retrograde could pan out for you. And it may not be that much at all, but just a reminder that Mercury will station retrograde on November 9th. So we're entering that pre-shadow zone where things can start to get a little wonky. October 22nd, Neptune will then retrograde back into Pisces. This is a big deal. Neptune entered Aries a few months back, so we got a glimmer of the new Neptune in Aries, but now Neptune is re-entering Pisces to wrap up a story here. It will be here for the remainder of the year. This is a great time to release old patterns and to connect and or reconnect with our higher selves. Focusing on intuition, focusing on trusting our voice more, the inner voice and the outer voice. What are your dreams telling you? Your literal dreams and that which you dream to have and to call forth. What are your dreams telling you and how can you integrate them into your current reality? The sun will also enter Scorpio on October 22nd. Happy birthday, Scorpio. It's spooky season, my favorite season. It's your time to shine for our Scorpios. Happy birthday. The Halloween spirit comes alive. This is the time of year where the veil tends to be thinner and we can really feel the energy of spirit. We always can, but it just feels more increased at this time. Very powerful energy. It could also be a touch obsessive, so we have to watch out for that. What we're focused on, we're genuinely focused on. And that's pretty much the remainder of October. Take really good care of yourself. Honor how far you've come. Honor the journey, knowing you're exactly where you need to be. Faith over fear. I hope that this was helpful. Don't forget to set an intention for that new moon in Libra. It's a nice one, even with the tension that's present. And if you appreciate these insights and would like more weekly, daily breakdowns, consider becoming a soul scriber. And at the end of this video, if you're interested, you can hear all about that. Take good care. Hello, everyone. Warm wishes for a happy and healthy 2025. I am so excited to be here with all of you, all of my beautiful subscribers, and to continue to put out supportive content. I will continue to give you astrological and intuitive updates. My channel will not be changing. I will be doing new moon and full moon readings, along with some insights through the signs, monthly astrological and energetic updates, astrology updates overall, and some more how-to videos, readings on current events, etc. None of that will change. That will all still be here on my channel, but I am excited to roll out a few new options for 2025. Here on YouTube, I now have a membership. That membership is $7.99 a month. You do not have to join the membership, but you can if you want to. And with that membership encompasses is obviously all of the general free content that is out there and will continue to be out there, but with more exclusive content. So every Sunday, I go live and I give the astrological and energetic forecast for the upcoming week. And we have some spiritual chit chat there. There's a live chat. Now that is going to be sent to you with the YouTube membership by recording. If you wanted to be a part of the live stream, I have another subscription, which is based on Substack, which is where I have my newsletter and where I am the most interactive. And that will also be linked in the description box below if you're interested in that. But the Substack membership is $10 a month, okay, to be transparent, or $100 per year. And every Sunday, I do go live and I give the astrological and energetic update and forecast. And it's, like I said, it's interactive and I answer questions. And then monthly, I do a live Zoom where I go into more details for each month, readings through the signs. And in those monthly lives, there's also the opportunity to be read, both astrologically and psychically, combination of the two. That is with my Substack subscription. That is with my newsletter subscription, to be clear. The YouTube subscription, the one that is $7.99 a month, you will get the recordings of everything that I do on my Substack newsletter. To join the YouTube subscription, all you have to do is go right to my homepage and just click join. And once again, thank you to all of my amazing subscribers. I'm so thankful and grateful to each and every one of you. I'm also grateful that I get to provide this content, and I really hope that it supports you on your spiritual journey.